Hello, good evening, Assalamu alaikum. मैं हूँ रोहाना दीम and I welcome you all to the PTV Sports official transmission for the ICC Men's T20 World Cup 2024. We're just hours away from the first match of this World Cup between the USA and Canada taking place in Dallas. We will get to all the action in just a bit, थोड़ा सा और इंतज़ार because हमने इतना इंतज़ार किया है इस World Cup के लिए, but we are finally now at that stage where we're just a few hours away from the kickoff and you will be able to catch all the action live here only on PTV Sports. Before I officially kick off this curtain raiser, I'd quickly introduce my wonderful co-host, my partner in this ride with me. She's somebody that you have seen quite a lot on your television screens. She's been covering cricket all over the world, but I think she might have a soft spot for Pakistan because she's back now with us to bring to you this transmission alongside me. Please welcome the lovely, the phenomenal, all the way from Australia, Erin, Holland. Erin, hi, how are you? Welcome.
Oh, what a ride-up, my goodness. I'm going to get you to introduce me wherever I go, but it's so lovely to be back in Pakistan. Obviously, it's a place that has a very special part of my heart. I've done so many PSLs now. This is my 6th time back in the homeland. I'm ready for my passport. Who do I ask you for a Pakistani passport? Dual citizenship?
I think we'll get going on that as well, but you've certainly won the hearts of so many millions of Pakistanis who've seen you cover PSL and, make it your own. So we're very, very glad to have you.
Oh, thank you so
Can't
much.
wait for this transmission to be, watched by all of those people as well. All the Erin fans will be tuning in for sure. And now let's kick off this. Erin, I don't know if you know this, but word on the street is that we have quite a panel this time, an unparalleled panel at PTV Sports.
An unparalleled panel, I love that. That's a wonderful way of putting it. Yeah, best of the best we have joining us in the PTV studio for Game On. Hey, we've got people who've won World Cups, people who've played many World Cups, people who play for their country. Obviously, we have absolutely everything on the panel. And I want to start with my friend from across the ditch, Martin Guptill. We've dragged a New Zealander all the way over, but he's a man who's also been very familiar with Pakistan, obviously winning a title with Islamabad United just a couple of months ago at the PSL. Martin, welcome. I know you've just gotten off a plane, so you're pretty exhausted, but no doubt you're excited to take on studio work as well. We're used to seeing you a bat in hand, but trying out studio work for this World Cup, the first one that you've missed in 7-8 years.
Yeah, quite a while, but thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here. It's another very good time to be here in Pakistan, and obviously World Cup is pretty amazing to be not only play in, but to be here and be able to cover it as well as extra special as well.
Yeah, when you won that title with Islamabad, like that was literally just a couple of months ago. So you know the passion of the cricket fans in this country. You know everyone believes this, our favourite sport in the world, and the World Cup, they've had success in the past. They came oh so close last edition. Yeah, what are you expecting from the men in green and the World Cup in general?
Yeah, I think Pakistan have a really good chance to go all the way this time. They've got a really powerful squad, some great players, some skillful players, and then you just got to look through their bowling attack, and I mean, wow, it's pretty impressive, and I'm really looking forward to watching them to get started. To be honest, it's going to be a great tournament.
Just hours away from all the action that starts in Dallas, and of course we are joined by, speaking of World Cup winners, Erin, we are joined by the man who led Pakistan to its first and only 2009 T20 World Cup title. इनको किसी introduction की ज़रूरत नहीं है. Across formats, he has given enormous contributions and services to Pakistan cricket, and one of the finest batters Pakistan has ever produced. A true icon, a true leader. हमारे साथ हैं यूनुस खान. अस्सलाम वालेकुम यूनुस, welcome to the show.
Thank you. अच्छा लग रहा है, काफ़ी अर्से बाद मैं PTV पे हूँ और क्या ही अच्छा मौका है, वर्ल्ड कप का है और टीम हमारी वहाँ मौजूद है, और क्या अच्छा हो कि हम ऊपर जाएं, और जो हम 2009 की बात कर रहे हैं, बार बात करते हैं कि एक ही ट्रॉफी हमारे पास, तो और ऐसी एक दो और ट्रॉफी हो तो क्या ही बात है उसकी,
क्या ही बात होगी. And looking forward to seeing how Pakistan fare in this World Cup. And then the next guest that we have, he also needs no introduction, but I'm going to go ahead and try giving him one anyway. इनकी जो analysis है ना, वो इनकी game की तरह है, calculated, crisp and all round. Over 12,000 runs and over 250 wickets across formats for Pakistan. Another icon has joined us, the professor, as we love to call him, Mohammad Hafiz. Sir, Assalamu alaikum, welcome to the show.
सर कहने का बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया
Professor.
ना बहुत शुक्रिया रोहा, आपको देख के बहुत खुशी हुई एंड वेलकम एरन टू यू एंड आल्सो माय लवली फ्रेंड मार्टिन. वी प्लेड cricket together, we played against each other, now we are sharing a special transmission. So wish you all the best. I hope we all will have a great start and we'll have a great fun. Looking forward to.
A lot of fun in store, a lot of action in store, and of course we'll talking about the first game as well. Uske upar bhi hum build up karenge. We'll talk about that in detail. But Erin, this World Cup, it's so special for so many reasons. Of course, the first one being that it's being staged in the USA. A lot of Americans aren't even familiar with cricket to begin with. But what are your expectations from this World Cup going in?
I think this is a really exciting time. Obviously, we're taking our great sport to a nation which hasn't seen a lot of cricket before, but cricket is starting to make its way into the mainframe. We know MLC has been so successful, the last couple of seasons. I myself did a T10 as well in America just last year. So, cricket is starting to make an impact, and we do know that cricket lovers live all over the world. Just because perhaps they reside in America now doesn't mean that they didn't come from Pakistan, India, Australia. Like all of these countries that absolutely adore the sport. We're very fluid where we live these days. So I do feel like there's inbuilt audience there to come along and watch. Let alone the fact that World Cups bring people from all around the world to come and watch these games specifically. So, yeah, I think it's an exciting prospect.
Yeah.
I think the Caribbean is wonderful as well. Like what a great place and a great part of the world with so much flavour and culture to bring the sport of cricket alive. But I also think it makes an even playing field. A lot of these venues have never seen cricket before. We don't know what conditions to expect.
Right.
I do feel like that will suit some teams more than others in terms of the playing 15 that they've chosen. So I do feel like it does make a really even playing board, and I think it's just wonderful to just watch cricket just spread its tentacles all out across the world. And
it's wonderful.
It's better than baseball anyway. It's 360. Baseball's just this way.
A lot of cricket and baseball
So
comparisons
much harder, right, boys?
are in store for you. But Yunus, आपसे मैं यही सवाल अब करना चाहूँगी जो हम बात अभी कर रहे थे कि 20 टीम्स हिस्सा ले रही हैं इस T20 वर्ल्ड कप में. कितना डिफरेंट है ये 2009 के वर्ल्ड कप से अगर आप कंपेयर करें. वेन्यूज़ भी नए हैं, कंडीशंस भी नहीं पता, ड्रॉप इन पिचेस की भी बात हो रही है. A lot of new factors are at play in this World Cup. आप कैसे इसको देख रहे हैं?
देखिए, अच्छी बात यहाँ पे अगर हम यूएस की बात करें तो रिसेंट पास में बहुत ज़्यादा क्रिकेट हुई है वहाँ पे T10 को लेके. उसके बाद अगर हम प्लेयर्स की बात करें तो अगर पाकिस्तान के प्लेयर्स की बात करें और बहुत से टीमों के प्लेयर्स की बात करें तो वो वहाँ पे खेल रहे हैं, तो ये एक अच्छी बात है. और फिर जहाँ हम ये भी देख रहे हैं कि बहुत ज़्यादा वरीज़ हैं कि शायद पिचेस में प्रॉब्लम हो, ग्राउंड में प्रॉब्लम हो. लेकिन देखिए, इंटरनेशनल क्रिकेट है क्या, इंटरनेशनल प्लेयर है क्या, ये तो वॉरियर्स ही होते हैं. इनको हर कंडीशन में खेलना है. अगर इसको वरी लेके आप जाते हो तो फिर प्रॉब्लम्स होती हैं. तो मेरे ख्याल से जैसे एरन ने भी ये कहा कि बहुत सारी क्रिकेट हो रही है. इवन वेस्ट इंडीज़ की बात कर लें, वहाँ पे भी बाजू का जब हम जाते थे तो वहाँ भी प्रॉब्लम्स होती थी. लेकिन इंटरनेशनल क्रिकेट इज़ ऑल अबाउट दैट कि यू अडॉप्ट विद द कंडीशन. तो मेरे ख्याल से इतनी वरीज नहीं होनी चाहिए. हाँ, ये है कि जिस तरह की क्रिकेट अभी हो रही है, जो टीमें अपने आप को पूरी फुली लोडेड नहीं कर रही और अगर वो एक दो प्लेयर पे खेल रही हैं तो उनको प्रॉब्लम्स हैं. तो अगर हमने ये वार्म अप गेम्स भी देख रहे हैं, हमने देखा वेस्ट इंडीज़ ने एक मैच खेला, उन्होंने बिल्कुल आउट क्लास ऑस्ट्रेलिया को कर दिया. आज इंडिया खेल रहा है, उसने भी आउट क्लास कर दिया. तो मेरे ख्याल से जो की पॉइंट है, आप एक दो प्लेयर्स पे नहीं जाएंगे, क्योंकि हमने ये देखा कि T20 के एक ओवर में गेम चेंज हो जाता है. तो मेक श्योर करें कि आपकी प्लानिंग अच्छी हो, आपके पास पूरी लोडेड प्लेयर्स हो और आप किसी एक दो प्लेयर पे नहीं रिलाई करें, तो फिर सही है. तो और यही आप देख लें, जितनी भी टीमें रिसेंट पास में जीत रही हैं वो यही कर रही हैं कि उनके पास बैकअप प्लान्स बहुत ज़रूरी है. और बाज़ औक़ात ये होता है कि क्योंकि बैक टू बैक मैचेस हो रहे होते हैं तो आपके प्लेयर अनफिट भी होते हैं. तो मेक श्योर करें कि आप फुली लोड होके जाएं और आपके पास बैकअप प्लान अच्छा हो और आप बिल्कुल क्लियर माइंड से जाएं. आप ये नहीं करें कि पिचेस को क्या करेंगे, उसके बाद ग्राउंड में क्या होगा. तो मेरे ख्याल से इस माइंड सेट से जाएंगे तो हर टीम के लिए विनिंग के बहुत बेहतर चांसेस होगा.
I mean, my Urdu is not great, but I did hear outclass Australia and West Indies, and I do agree. I do feel like
It is
they
like
are
that,
the dark horses this year, and looking at the preparation for Australia.
And you have to be fully loaded. If you bend on one or two players, you will struggle a lot. So
Absolutely.
I think that is the main key. And don't worry about the condition. Martin just shared with us
that the condition is good. So make sure you fully prepare for that.